Okay, let's try that for, I don't know, fourth time? So, welcome back to the less disturbing bits of Techno Babylon, which would be the final arc, last bits. I have this walkthrough that I'm following, and we are currently at page 10 out of 13, so we are well over the hump. We do have some action moments coming up, though. And, yeah. Those last 2 or 3 episodes, they were absolutely the most disturbing parts of the game. Although, there is one part, one aspect of the ending, or the very last bit, that will also be, yeah. Makes you want to smash things with a crowbar, I guess. Yeah, sorry about that, Cruiser. So, now, that means he should have opened the window here.
I can reach it, but he'd notice pretty quickly if I just took it.
Okay. Yes. Injector on the mug. Taking care to ensure the guard doesn't see you squeeze a few drops of tranquilizer from the injector into the coffee. And faceplant. Called it. Yeah, I know, I've seen it before. But still. Through the damage you can make out an itinerary, some long expired special offers, and a message where somebody's hacked the text to display rude ASCII drawings. Right. That kind of humor is still alive in 2060 something. 2087. That's right, it's 2087 now. Oh, hello. Haven't I seen this before?
I can't figure that out.
A painting of a turn-of-the-century antique fighter jet from the days when they still used human pilots for a role. I wonder, is that supposed to be an F-117? Ah, whatever. A map of the world showing destinations serviced by Xanadu air freight, or at least they used to be.
Hello? Guess that tranquilizer did its job.
Yeah, you are such a little miscreant, Latha.
Lightweight.
Come on, it was coffee I was drinking before you spiked it. Okay, cargo manifest achieved. Yeah, now I remember. We need to set the slider here to Latha's weight, and then we also need to monkey around with these until we find the container that she will be getting into. Let's just see. Transplant material human or other? Right. Wow. Mandala beware? Probably not a good idea to pick that one. Now, I don't actually know what we're supposed to pick here. Well, the walkthrough will specify, of course, at the necessary point in time. Oh, hello. Where do we get the...
It's locked. I figured that huge keypad's got something to do with it.
Yeah, how do we get that thing squared away? Tries to mind you can't find any systems on it that appear new enough to accept a wetware bond. That'd make their security system at least 20 years old, you reckon? Fair enough. Let's see if we can monkey around with the
I don't
terminal.
need to hack it. He didn't log out.
Okay, can we do this then? Ha! I thought it was something like this.
It's amazing how many people don't put enough security on their Gibsons. They assume they've got enough willpower to stop intruders on their own.
I wonder what Gibson's supposed to be, though. I mean, in the real world, that's a guitar manufacturer, right? Hi?
Where am I? How did I even get here?
Don't you remember? You're at the beach.
This is nice.
You're relaxed, aren't you?
Man, yeah. This place is nice.
You're comfortable with telling me your secrets, aren't you? Anything you want to share?
You know, Ethan got himself killed on that botched factory raid. I'm not going to his funeral. And even though I didn't like him, it's making me really guilty.
Okay. Let's try a different approach. The guy they've got filling your job while you're here on vacation. He can't do the job without the access code.
That's not my problem.
Oh, but they'll think it is. They'll say you didn't set him up properly.
You're right.
Tell me what the access code is. I'll take it to him.
Sure. It's 44138. Wait, this doesn't make sense.
Dreams usually don't, do they?
Huh, well that worked out unexpectedly well. That Ethan, he mentioned on the botched factory raid, that was when they were out hunting Charlie Regis a few episodes ago. You know, where we put the paint can into the fire extinguishing system and made people jump out of windows and the like. One of those was a man named Ethan. Yeah, this game doesn't pull many punches, and that is fine. That does, you know, make what you do to people quite real. I mean, more real than it otherwise would. Now, remember this crate, A121? We will be getting into that soon. First, I want to see how much Latha weighs. It says now 51 kilograms, right?
It's just a readout showing how much weight is on this platform.
Okay. It jumped from 51 to 96. So that will mean Latha weighs 45 kilograms. And we happen to know that this crate is A121, right? So let's go and take care of business. Hey!
Now we just wait.
Oops.
Alright, let's get it loaded. Yeah, you know how bitchy the dock is, wait. Hang on. The measurement's all wrong. What? Eddie must have screwed it up. The manifest says it should be showing lighter. Idiot. Send it back and get him to recheck the weights.
Sorry. Oops. Clicked too quickly. Shouldn't click too quickly. Bad stuff will happen if you do. Okay, first things first, set net weight to 45. I wonder... frozen meat products? Nah. I think that is the correct one. Yeah, the walkthrough does say, but oh wait, and A121. Oh, okay. Now I need to set the thing again. Okay, there. Are we good now? Let's do this again.
Here we go again.
What she said.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Hang on. The measurement's all wrong. Addie must have screwed it up. The manifest says it should be showing lighter. Idiot. Send it back and get him to recheck the weights.
What? Come on. Okay, 51
It's just a readout
to
chart.
96. That is 45 kilograms. Container is A121. Okay, I'll be reading the walkthrough this time. See what it says. Exit terminal, presses agent, blah blah, yada yada, terminals, terminal. It's supposed to weigh 30, but Lado brings another 45 kilograms. Okay. 30 plus 45, that means 75. Okay, and that would be on this one, right? Okay. Are we good now?
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Scan sure get it. Same as the manifest.
Fantastic. Get it aboard. Kriesel and the doc want to cast off.
The signal's going crazy. I must be on top of... Huh?
Okay. This is officially weird now. A bit of a Total Recall Inception shenaniganery going on. Here's the I War 2 music. That's unsettling. Something tells me we're in for a hell of a trip here. Do we have like any kind of assistance? No? I have to go pixel hunting all on my own? Ah, the window wasn't available before, was it? Oh, another table. Oh, I'm ecstatic. This is weird. This game's weird. Weirding me out. And poke the floor. Let's not fall too
The
far.
simulation's exceeded its buffer.
Took her long enough. I think Jinsel did a pretty good job on that one. Why'd you have to get someone like Jinsel involved in it, though?
Because when I asked you to do it, you apparently couldn't keep your thirst for revenge in check. Or should I say Baxter's thirst for revenge? I don't see why you store the targets in your own wiring. It's obviously not good for you.
It's more secure. I suppose Jinsel did their job.
Got her to walk right in the front door. Even packaged and delivered herself. Ha! We have some big plans for you, sister.
We are.
Place.
Oh. Okay. We are going to find out what happened there. But it's not too crazy. Latha is on this aerostat. And we'll be joining her shortly. Oh, hello. He's not carrying anything you can use, short of completely undressing him. You don't think you've got enough time to be that thorough. Fair enough. Apparently the heavies that came after you in the factory are working here as well. Though a good sign that you're on the right track, the fact that someone's already knocked this one out concerns you. Well, I mean, that was kind of a deadbeat layabout who did that, but whatever. So, hi Mr. Airship. The way the containers are spread out between the hangar and the aerostat, you guess they're in the middle of loading. Okay, let's just walk right up and say hi, or something. Oh, hi. Excuse me while I go behind here real quick. Okay. So yeah, the crisis agents that you meet here are going to shoot to kill. So you want to not be seen by anyone. How we manage this guy though, I'm not quite sure. We do have that thing. Not quite sure that will do the trick. Okay. Let's just see here. Click the thing and... Hi! Sorry. Picking out the trash. Oh, I can't do anything with that. I think I'll just save the game. Can't do that too often, right? Oh, hello. Goggles. Thermal goggles. Neat. Okay. Could you stop wearing your thermal goggles for a second? I guess you can't. Okay. Never mind. Oh, there we go. It's locked with a password. How quaint. It will still need to be breached before the terminal can be accessed.
What do I look like, a mechanic? That's what I've got Lau for.
You don't have Lau with you at the moment, though. The sign by the door tells you that this is a multi-purpose room, likely re-equipped from job to job, depending on the needs of a client. From the smell and the surgical lamps you can see through the window, it appears to be fitted as a sick bay. Okay.
What do I look like, a mechanic? That's what I've got Lau for.
The hatch has been locked from the other side. Okay. Nothing else for it but poking around the sick bay, I do believe. Oh, hi. That's where you are.
Stop squirming, will you?
That operator will shoot me down the moment I open the door.
So let's not run right in there, I guess. Let's see. What do we do about this? Let's see. Oh yeah, they're all lockers apparently. Yeah, right. We need stuff from the lockers. It's no wonder this aerostat's such a heap. They've almost run out of maintenance supplies. More so now that you've helped yourself. Well, now we have the bolt gun. Not just the jolt gun, but the bolt gun. And we're going to cause some severe bodily damage with that. like so. Yeah, I do apologize. But he was gonna do that to me first. If he could. Okay. Let's see. Double gun thing. Okay. And I believe we will have a couple of cutscenes here. Or a cutscene, long one.
Thank God you're here.
Who are you?
You've got to get me out of here. They kidnapped me 2 weeks ago. I've been forced to conduct research for them in this aerostat.
Research? What kind of research?
Human experimentation. This poor girl. You see that hardware in the corner?
What the hell did you...
The upper level is clear, but I... Oh. Huh.
Gave him a shot in the back. Your problem is, you overcomplicate things.
Still conscious?
That's how the wetware works. You can't rip his memory, though. He isn't wired.
I'm aware, Ms. Vargas. Take his weapon. This is something I've been looking forward to for a long time.
Ugh, no you haven't. Baxter was looking forward to it.
So, yeah, if you remember, this person over here, the lady, arrived with Mr. Vargas to tell Lau to go looking for Charlie when he'd gone off the grid looking for Baxter at the plant research lab. So Regis wouldn't recognize her. We do, however. So, does this mean that Vargas is in on this little conspiracy? We will have to see. This is, however, our mindjacker. So, things are getting sort of in a bunch here.
What's that? I can't hear you.
It's quite a powerful paralytic, isn't it? An unfortunate yet necessary part of our mutual friend here's role.
My targets have to be conscious when I pull the contents of their minds. I'd love to rip the Regis clean out of your head as well.
I told you, he's not wired.
I know, but I know what'll really get to him. What's this? An embryo? It's rather a contentious issue for us, isn't it? Rather a bit of history between us over these little things. Oops. Fragile things, the unborn. Don't worry. Plenty more where that came from. I think this one is going to grow up to be a great success. World leader, Nobel laureate, maybe follow in their father's footsteps. Oops, all gone. Vicky would be so proud, wouldn't she?
Kressel.
After all, you showed her how important those things were. More than anything else in the world, apparently.
Baxter! You seriously need professional help.
Sir, ma'am, Smart Cam feed shows another cell agent just boarded the aerostat. Female, about 1.75 meters.
Huh. Should have known she'd still be after her partner. Commander, prepare to weigh anchor. Kressel, deal with our new cell intruder. Then resolve whatever issues you have with Dr. Regis.
With pleasure. Don't go anywhere.
That's not Lau.
Gotcha.
Wow, nice throw, Chantel. Did I do good, Dr. Max?
You did great.
I'd better find where Regis went.
Oh, that tone of voice. Slightly inappropriate. But yeah, that is the synthetic maid. And here's our allow. And apparently they are the maid and the Baxter Crazel is the same sprite now. Okay.
Hey, stop! What the hell's going on in here? Regis!
On the body you find his unusable weapon and the communication gear hooked into his neural wiring. Yeah, let's just move on.
Regis, can you hear me? Better figure out how to fix you.
Regis has been incapacitated. He's conscious but apparently paralyzed. The number of specialized wetware substrates throughout the room gives you a clue as to how they might have done it. Oh?
I've got my own. Regis's wouldn't work for me anyway. They're signature weapons.
Okay. Locked. Apparently this terminal will take a little breaking before it reveals its secrets to you. Poke the thing. Oh, hi.
Excuse me?
Hello there.
Who are you?
Allow me to introduce myself, my dear. My name is Dr. Baxter. I operate the cataloging station.
Baxter? Dr. Adam Baxter?
I believe so, yes.
Excuse me if this sounds a little rude, but aren't you dead?
How do you mean?
Well, yesterday I was probing your well-preserved remains at a crime scene.
Oh, yes. You're quite right. I was killed, wasn't I? It's strange because I could have sworn I was the one doing it.
Not the blonde man? The mindjacker?
It was definitely him, no doubt about it. One can't exactly commit suicide with a hammer, can they? I'm aware that I was murdered, but I have a surprisingly vivid memory of it.
You remember being murdered?
Not precisely. It's as though it were an out-of-body experience. I have memory of watching the hammer striking from above. My hands, his hands, so bloody. It's all very peculiar, isn't it?
And you see no difficulty between being dead and talking to me.
That is most odd.
Do you know a Dr. Regis?
I know two, in fact. Charles and Viction. I killed Viction, didn't I?
So I've heard.
It's very peculiar. I remember that I did it, but I can't recall the deed, nor my feelings on the matter.
You feel nothing?
I know I ought to. An act such as that would be emotionally weighty, but all that remains is an absence. Do give my regards to Charles if you see him, though.
Can you remember who killed you?
It was the blonde gentleman, wasn't it? Though I can recall it in the first person, I'm certain it was him.
How so?
He was my only company in the room, and I do not recognize him. I also realize how absurd the idea of my having committed this murder would be.
Do you know why he murdered you?
At first, I don't believe it was to have been a murder. This gentleman had larceny in mind. I recall his feeling so.
Mindjacking. He was stealing the contents of your neural wiring, your brain.
Quite so. I was, after all, a leader in my field in the day. And while my memory was doubtless useful to him, he found something unexpected. A well of motivation, suppressed by years of therapy and technological intervention.
Your anger against Regis.
He took my mind. No doubt he acquired that as well.
How do you feel about Dr. Regis? Charles Regis?
I feel nothing particularly. I regret his decision to remove the embryos from the program, but...
Nothing else? No anger? No revenge?
None at all.
Maybe it's the influence of the neural governor on your behavior.
By no means. The weight of that cruel apparatus has been lifted.
I guess because you're no longer attached to it.
And yet, I feel nothing that would warrant it.
Why would anyone want to keep that part of your mind? What use would someone have for your desire for revenge?
Perhaps it isn't a matter of his need as the desire's need. Though suppressed by the governor, my thoughts on the matter were all-consuming. Now they have found a conduit through which they may act.
The mindjacker isn't in as much control as he'd like to think then. This might sound like a really stupid question, but what's death like?
I can see why this would be a useful matter for scientific curiosity. In my case, I'm afraid it's probably not representative. After all, can I really be said to be dead when my memory, my consciousness, lives on?
I suppose all you could remember would be the physical destruction of yourself.
And that, most assuredly, was a great discomfort.
Thanks for the help.
You are most welcome, my dear.
Well, that was weird. Now, I just discovered something looking ahead. The name of the woman who was there before Lau and Chantel came, the lady in grey, her name is Galatea. And do you remember what Latha said? Well, Latha and the Golden named person in the in the cell headquarters. Those raised by the city are typically given names from nature. And Galatea is, I think, the Latin family name for lobster. I could be mistaken, but it's some kind of shellfish thing. Just in case that little tidbit slipped anyone by, consider yourself informed. I don't actually remember if that is relevant to the plot, but in case it is, there you go. Make of it what you will. Let's see. I think we're just about done here, though. Ew. Yuck. Yeah. Not a nice man. Okay, well, I think this episode has gone on quite long enough. So, in the next one, we wake Regis up, untie the girl, Latha Sesame, and the action segments, they will continue. Until then, folks.